Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing my birthday glam. I'm so excited. My birthday's coming up and I decided why not do a glam. Shout out to all of my July birthday girlies and let's get right into it. Today we're going to be doing my birthday glam. My birthday is in July 5th, so I'll probably upload this video right before, maybe a few days before my birthday. And I decided why not? I haven't done birthday glam on my YouTube channel, so I figured let's do a video. I don't know exactly what I want to do, but we're just gonna go with the flow. Let's start off with brows. I'm gonna go in with my Rare Beauty Brow Lamination Gel. And this one's my favorite for the brows. And you guys, I was finally able to get my brows done. I got my brows threaded. Love how it came out. They shaped the brows very well. I am so happy I was able to get my brows done. It was definitely overdue. Love the shape. I told them to just make sure to keep it natural and just not thread too much on the ends, and it came out so perfect. There's no better feeling than getting your brows done. Love how clean and just very defined. Obviously with brow gel, they're gonna help give you that better shape. But look at that. I just went in with the Rare Beauty brow gel and it looks so good. I just love. Let that dry for a minute and then we press them down. These are what the brows look like just with the gel. I am going to go in a little bit with my brow pen. And I love this brow pen from Maybelline. This is their Build Brow. And I have this one in the shade Ash Brown. I'm just going to add a little bit of strokes on the edges. Ooh, that looks pretty dark. Just on the edges, just a little bit. That is pretty dark. I haven't used this pen in a while, so I'm assuming that's why the pigment came out very fiercely. Yeah, this one is very pigmented. So you can see it definitely helped fill in that gap on the edges from the tail. So go very light-handed with this product. It is very pigmented and it will help create those hair-like strokes. I'm gonna leave it how it is because I feel like it is very pigmented and dark, and I just needed it for the tail of my brows. I'm gonna go in with my Rare Beauty eyeshadow primer. I'm gonna go in with a palette I haven't used in a minute. This is the Makeup by Mario. This is their Neutrals palette. I'm gonna start off with these lighter shades right here, adding that as my transition. I have no idea what I wanna do for my birthday, you guys. Especially makeup wise, I typically like to go in with a pretty sparkle, but I want to do just something easy, nothing complicated, but still glam. But I can't believe my birthday is coming up. Just in case if I didn't mention, I am turning 27, which is insane. I'm not gonna lie, I do feel like my age is definitely bumping up there, which is totally normal. But I'm just so grateful that I get to turn 27 on this earth. Just so grateful to just be alive and present. But yeah, you guys, I didn't know if I was going to do this video, but I was thinking, you know what, why not? I've never done a birthday glam. I was going to do one last year, but I just did not have any time to film that because it just got so busy. But I'm just happy I was able to do it this year. Just adding more darker shades, just smoking out that eyeshadow little by little. I'm going back with these two shades right here. They do appear dark, but honestly they're not that dark. They're just very soft. That's what I love about the Makeup by Mario eyeshadows. Their formula, they just go very buttery smooth. But yeah, you guys, I don't know what I have planned to do for my birthday, but one thing for sure, I love to claim my freebies. In case you didn't know, when it's your birthday, you do get freebies everywhere. Most of the stores, they give you free gifts. And so typically I do love to spend the day just maybe going on a shopping spree and just claiming my freebies. Okay, I'm gonna go in with this shade right here and really start to smoke out that outer corner of the eyes. You guys let me know if you guys own the Moonlight palette from Makeup by Mario. I never purchased it because I just got influenced in buying different palettes, but let me know if it's worth purchasing because I noticed that the shades on that palette's actually similar to this one. This one does have like a gray, dark gray tone, and the other one I believe has like a blue tone, like a more vibrant blue, but most of the shades are very similar. So the only difference I would say is like the shimmers, which I absolutely did wanted to try the shimmers, but I just don't know if it's worth purchasing. Let me know down below. And again, just furthering that shadow, I'm gonna go in with these two shades right here. Again, I don't want to do nothing crazy, just something easy and glam. Just smoking that out. Adding that in the outer corner. And then we're definitely going to add that gray tone. I think I'm just gonna add that in the lid. Okay, let's go in with that gray shade and just popping that right in the middle, right here. Smoking that out. This one's definitely a more compacted brush, so I will go in with a flat brush. This is just to make sure that we lay that color down. Ooh, this one definitely laid down more pigment. Going to smooth that out, so I'm just gonna go in with a different brush, just a brush a little bit more tapered, and just smoking and buffing that shadow out. Just buffing out the edges, just making sure everything is nicely diffused. And then going back with the other transition shades and just adding that back into the crease so we don't lose that blend. I'm going to brighten up the lid, so I'm going to go in with these two shades, brightening up that inner corner right here. And of course, we're going to add a sparkle because I feel like with Birthday Glam, you definitely have to add a sparkle. Just going back with that brush and blending out the edges, just tapping that eyeshadow. Okay, just making sure I make that little inner corner pop. Okay, let's go in with the pop of shimmer or glitter. You guys already know I love my Fenty Beauty How Many Carats. Of course, I have to go in with this one because it's just stunning. I mean, look at that. And we're going to pop that right in the middle of the lids for that sparkle effect. And just like that, it's very soft, but when you're filming or just taking pictures in low lighting, it looks so stunning. This is my go-to, especially when it comes to like special glams. It's just so stunning. And when I do press this into the lids, I do make sure I diffuse it out. Just like that. I hope the camera is making justice. That is what the eyes look like. So pretty. Just gonna add a little bit more on the lid just to enhance the lids a little bit. Just like that, so pretty. I'm definitely going to add a wing liner, so I'm going to go back with the dark shade right here. Just create a wing because I feel like that's what it's missing. I absolutely love this brush for wing. This is the Nikki LaRose, their N11 brush, and it has that perfect felt tip brush or flat brush to create that precise wing. I have hooded eyes, so for me it's very hard to create a perfect wing, but I do try my best to create an even wing. And this brush has definitely helped me for that. I'm gonna mix in with that grayish shade. Just going back with a different brush to diffuse that. I'm going to clean up the edges just using a nice felt tip Q-tip like this one. It's going to help clean up the edges for that more sharp look. Okay guys, I finished my wing. I feel like it was coming out a little bit splotchy, but it's fine. We were able to fix it. I'm gonna go in with mascara. A new mascara that's new to my discovery is this one from Maybelline. This is their Bubble Mascara. And I will be posting a video, a shorts video on this one, probably before this video goes up. But when I tell you guys, this mascara is very unique in formula. I absolutely love it. Definitely separates your lashes while making your lashes look natural and just with that length. But if you do layer it, it can get clumpy. So let me show you guys. This is what the wand looks like. You guys, I was definitely impressed when I tried this mascara. Like, the formula is so good. It can get clumpy, but just make sure when you're going in with your first layer, you put an even amount of coating. So just make sure you coat your lashes properly, just distributing an even amount of product, and just make sure that it's going evenly on your lashes. And just look at that, how pretty that mascara is. Like, I'm just in shock with this formula. It definitely gave me length, but also it's giving me some sort of fullness. I'm just super impressed with this formula, and I'm not even going back for more because, like I said, this can be clumpy and it can create like those balls on the ends of your lashes, and that's just not flattering for your lashes. That's just not flattering at all. So just go in with whatever you have left from the wand and evenly apply one coat. You just need one coat for your lashes, and you're gonna see how beautiful this formula is. But you guys, look at that. Isn't that so pretty? Like, I'm absolutely obsessed with this formula. You definitely have to pick it up. And I did pick up their brownish black shade, which is perfect so it doesn't look as dark on the lashes. But that is what it looks like. For the natural days, I'm definitely going to be able to rock this. I absolutely love. Okay, let's go in with lashes. I have some new lashes to try out. This is the Salon Perfect Kitten Half Lashes. Aren't these so pretty for that wispy effect? So these are in the style Feline Flick, and these are meant to just give you that cat eye, just enhancing the outer corner of your eyes. I take way too long putting lashes on camera. I'm gonna put them on off camera and I'll be right back. Okay guys, lashes are on. I will say this eye was definitely hard to get on. I was definitely trying to maneuver the lash to I was trying to get this lash to morph into my natural lashes, which you can definitely see this one looks definitely way better than this one. And I just made sure that I went in with the same angle, or like making sure it just goes right in the middle of my eyes. But let's just move on. I definitely like the shape for sure. It gives that fluttery look. It's just putting them on is a little bit of a hassle, so just a little heads up. Let's move on into the skin because I definitely need some hydration. I'm gonna start off with the Danessa Yummy Skin Glowing Primer. Love this one because it gives that glow into the skin, and just putting it in the outer perimeters of my skin and just going in with my fingers. And this one does have that bronzy touch into it, so it's going to give a little bit of that bronzy look into the skin. Let me just remove these hairs. For the T-zone, I'm going to go in with my Makeup Forever Pore Minimizing Primer. This is going to help blur out those pores while giving longevity on the skin. And it gives a soft blurring effect. I'm gonna go in a little bit with my Huda Peach corrector just to cancel any darkness under the eyes. Definitely when you're playing with gray eyeshadow, purple eyeshadow, anything that has like that dark black base, it's definitely going to bring out more darkness under the eyes. So I definitely recommend going with a corrector if you do experience darkness under the eyes. It's just going to help cancel out that darkness and even out your complexion. And for foundation, I'm going to go in with Huda Beauty, and this one's in the shade Bach Lava. Just making sure you give it a very good shake just to make sure the formula goes even on your skin. But I love this one because it gives a beautiful blur. And with my fingers, just smoothing out that foundation. Going in with my Morphe M104 brush just to blend out the foundation. This is one of my favorites for liquid foundations. Just making sure you bring it behind your neck or under your neck, close to your jawline. Let me know, you guys, what you did for your 27th birthday. I have no idea how I want to celebrate it, but let me know for those that turned 27, what did you guys did? For bronzer stick, I'm going to go in with my LYS bronzer stick, and this one's in the shade Harmony, just to really warm up the skin. And love this one. It's super creamy. It blends very fast. I'm going to avoid the chin area. And also, you guys, let me know what are your favorite things to do for your birthday. I know a lot of people like to travel or go to like very spontaneous places. Let me know, what do you guys like to do for your birthday? Because it's definitely a special time of your day. Okay, love that. Love how it gives that bronze into the skin. Let's go in with blush. I'm thinking about mixing 3 shades. I know it's probably excessive, but why not? Let's try it out. So I have the Rare Beauty blushes. I want to mix these 2 shades and see how it looks. This one's in the shade Encourage and this one's in the shade Happy. So let's go in with Encourage. Typically for birthday glams, I love going with a bright but also like a mauve pink blush and just going in with Happy right next to it. Blend those 2 together. So pretty. Love that combination. Typically with the Rare Beauty blush, the one in the shade Encourage, I do like to mix it with Truth, which is a more plum shade. But today I decided to just switch it up and see how it looks, which is so pretty. And they blend out so quickly and easy while giving that natural glow into your cheeks. Okay, before I go in with the third shade of blush, let's go in with my concealer. And one of my OG favorites for concealer is my Dior Skin Correct concealer. I have this one in the shade 2.5N, and this is just my absolute favorite concealer. Such a great one. I definitely love this one for any occasion, especially for like special occasions. Let's blend, blend, blend. Something about this formula is just very unique. It's very long lasting. Like, I hardly get any creases when it comes to this formula. So every single time there's a special occasion, a birthday, the holidays, whatever it is, I always go back with this concealer because it just never fails. Definitely recommend if you haven't tried it out. I hope the formula is the same because they did change the packaging, but I'm hoping it's just the packaging, you know? But it's giving me that perfect amount of brightness. Like, look how stunning that is. Like, it definitely elevated my makeup. I just love this formula. You guys have to try it out because I feel like this formula has to be like one of my favorites from the high end. You want to splurge on a special occasion concealer or one that's just, you know, it's gonna do you well, definitely recommend the Dior. That's like my absolute favorite. Then going back with the bronzer brush and melting those edges. So you can go back with your blush brush and just blend out the edges too. If you want to keep that lifting effect, just go around without erasing that line. Today I'm definitely going to leave that. Going over your nose just for that cohesiveness, also on your forehead, on your chin. Like, that looks so beautiful, just giving me the right amount of brightness for my under eyes. Let's go back with that next shade of blush. I'm gonna go in with the Huda Beauty. This is their blush filter, and this one's in the shade Ube Cream, just to marry that blush with the concealer, just to give that bubblegum pink blush, and just blending that right at the apples of your cheeks, connecting it with your concealer. You're definitely going to see that melt in between your concealer with your blush. Look how that made such a difference, how stunning that looks. I absolutely love. So yeah, just very gently connect the blush with your concealer, just lightly tapping that in, and it's going to give that beautiful melt of pink blush. You can also add more on your nose. Like, isn't that so pretty? Okay, absolutely love. Definitely perfect to melt that blush with your concealer. And we're definitely going to set this down going with the Ultimate Pink Lilac Powder combination. I'm going to take these two from Huda Beauty. We have Cherry Blossom and Ube Birthday Cake. So we're going to add the Cherry Blossom right in the inner corner. And we're going to add the Ube Birthday Cake in the outer corner, and it's going to give this beautiful diffused powder look. Almost looking like you're wearing blush, but it's just powder. So taking Cherry Blossom, blending it out in the palm of my hands, and setting that inner corner. Just stopping right there at the middle, right where the other blush starts. If you can handle the powder, you can definitely go all the way back. The Cherry Blossom is definitely a more brightening shade for me, so I keep it right at the T-zone. Just making sure we're putting a good amount of powder there. Just going to let that sit. Adding the rest on my T-zone. Now we can go in with Ube Birthday Cake, and we're going to blend that in the back of my hand and set the rest of the cheek. You guys, this is like the ultimate cotton candy under eyes. Like, look how stunning that looks. That's just so pretty. Try it out, you guys. You're going to absolutely love just the blend of these powders together. And once you've melted that powder in with the ube birthday cake, you do want to melt it in. And then once you've melted ube birthday cake in, you can go ahead and blend out cherry blossom. Make sure you get on the sides of your nose. That is definitely an area where it's kind of hard to set. Go back with how much powder you need to apply. And look at that under eye. Isn't that absolutely stunning? It's giving bubblegum pink, but it's still very soft and blurring on the cheeks. We love that combo. Under eyes are definitely going to last, just trust. I'm gonna go in with an oldie but a goodie with my Makeup Forever powder foundation. I have this one in the shade Y375, and I've noticed that this powder looks absolutely stunning with the Helloo Beauty foundation. The Makeup Forever powder foundations are known for their blurring aspect, and just this with the Helloo Beauty foundation, it's just gonna give me that ultimate blur. Let's go in with bronzer. I'm gonna go in with my Charlotte Tilbury, and this one's in the shade 3 Tan for that little touch of bronze. And of course, when you do apply bronzer on your cheeks, make sure you're going right at the perimeter around that blush so that blush doesn't get muddy. Going around my nose as per usual, and definitely bring it onto your jawline. Let's go in with my favorite blush combos. When my birthday comes up, I always love to go back with my Pat McGrath blush palette. This one's not available, but I do love going with this one because it does has those baby pink shades like this. If you can't find blushes like these, you are set. But these are my favorite shades of blush that complement my cheeks. So taking both of these shades and just slowly building up that blush. So gorgeous. I always go back to this one when it's my birthday or when it's the holidays. That's why I don't use it often, because I know it's not available. And I know you guys won't be able to reach for this. And it's just so perfect for this look. Like, how pretty that blush is. And you guys already know, if you applied way too much, you can go in with your powder brush, like the one that we just used before, and just really melt that blush into the cheeks, just to tone it down a little bit, just in case if you went overboard, which is totally normal. I love blush, and I can definitely go overboard with it. I absolutely love this highlight, and you know what? Let's just apply it. This highlight is very pigmented. Just go very light-handed with it because it will deposit that glow very quick. But how stunning that is. And I know Pat McGrath sell these in a singular packaging. I'll mention the shade for you guys. The two blushes that I went in was Divine Rose and Puny Rose. The highlight is Nude Nectar. So hopefully you guys can get those like as the singular shades that they sell, because they're absolutely stunning and they just give this beautiful ethereal glow. And adding that into the inner corners. Going to finish my lower lash lines. I'm just gonna go in with the same shades. Okay, I went in with the same shades. I'm gonna go in with my waterline pencil, and I'm gonna use the Endless Cacao Artist Pencil from Makeup Forever. It's almost close to my waterline shade. I'm gonna go in with their black shade right here and just applying this right at the outer corner, right where I smoked out the outer corner of my waterline. Just buffing out the eyeshadow. Going back with my bubble mascara for my lower lashes. I haven't tried it for my lower lashes, so we're gonna try it out. Okay, it definitely lengthened my lashes. You do have to be careful since it's more of like that thicker wand. It can get messy and there's just a lot of product on the wand, so it can kind of smudge under the lash line. So just be careful when you are applying it. Okay, let's go on with the lip combo. I'm gonna start off with this Fenty Beauty Traced Out Lip Liner, and this one's in the shade Extra Thigh. And of course, my camera almost died. As I was saying, this is a more cool toned lip liner. Going a little bit with my Anastasia Lip Velvet. And this one's in the shade Pure Hollywood. This one's a more pinky shade, which is definitely going to complement the look. So pretty. Look at that ultimate blur for your lips. And of course, to top it off with a gloss, I'm going to go in with this Helloo Beauty Full Filler Lip Gloss. And this one's in the shade She's Glitzy. That stunning type of iridescent white lip gloss, which is perfect for this look. It's almost like that clear lip gloss, but it has that beautiful milky glitter into it. Just topping that into the center. Just like that. How stunning. If that's not a birthday lip, I don't know what is. So pretty and stunning. I love. This gloss does create a little bit of some bands, like you can tell. So I definitely recommend going with your fingers or with a Q-tip. So just going, you see it definitely helps going with a Q-tip to remove just that sticky bands on the lips. And a last touch, you guys, because I know we're being extra, it's my birthday, I want to add this Water Brat into the cheeks. This one's definitely a more chunkier glitter, so if you don't like chunky, I wouldn't recommend you putting it on, but this is definitely going to give that more scattered chunky effect. So the Pat McGrath one is definitely more like that skin-like, and this one's definitely, it will give that more enhancement, which I absolutely love. But look at that, that definitely took it to the next level. If you want ultimate glow, definitely recommend this one. If you can see this in person, like, look at that. No words. Blend that in. Definitely went with too much, but it is so stunning. Look at that pink glow. This is like the ultimate pink blush combo. And to seal the deal, I'm going to go in with my Huda Beauty Easy Bake Setting Spray. Of course, if you're going to rock your glam on your birthday, I definitely recommend going with the one size. This one's going to help literally make your makeup foolproof, long wearing, waterproof, all the things. But today I'm just going to go in with my Huda. Give it a good shake. You guys, the brows definitely look so good. I just love that I got my brows threaded. They definitely look absolutely stunning. And we set. Let it dry. Make sure it completely dries off your skin. You guys, a little extra step. If you guys love glitter, I definitely recommend this one from Eva NYC. It's a glitter spray, and it's definitely going to give glitter for your hair, for your body, and I love this one for special occasions. So you shake it up and you add it into your chest, and you definitely get that extra glitter effect on your chest. Hopefully you can see the glitter. Let me zoom you guys in. And it just gives this beautiful glitter effect maybe you might not see it on camera, but I promise it's so beautiful and sparkling. So yeah, 10 out of 10 recommend. And you guys, we are all done. And you guys, this is the final look. This is the final birthday glam. I hope you guys enjoyed this look with me. Love how the makeup turned out. Definitely giving me all the birthday vibes I absolutely love. Definitely recreate if your birthday is coming up. I absolutely love the smokiness, the glitter, the blush, and the lip. Love everything about it. Here's one final look of this birthday glam. I'm obsessed. I love. But yeah, you guys, I have nothing else to say. Just grateful to God for blessing me with another year of life. I'm just so happy and blessed. Let me know if you have any more ideas. Let me know down below in the comments. If you're new here, welcome. I'm happy to have you guys here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.